Got some questions from one of my followers on YouTube who asked a few questions about my legal journey. She wanted some advice. I think her name is Felicia Coker. So she asked, how is law? Is it something you have to put your whole life on hold for and just focus on law? Well, today, no. But when I was just starting out in law school, I'm not gonna lie, I put my life on hold and I just solely focused on getting my degree. It was one of the most challenging things I have done in my life was studying law. Not because I wasn't good at it. I was very good at it. But I had to adjust to it because studying law is like studying nothing else in the world. It is so, some of the concepts are so foreign because you're learning about it for the first time. Some words that are regular in our everyday life have different meanings under the law. It was so interesting. I loved it, but I'm not going to lie, it was challenging. But you can do it. Everything, you can do it once you put your mind to it. Now, I know everybody says that, but I think if you really, if you're honest with yourself, and when you start doing law, you realize you're having challenges in certain areas, do not be afraid to reach out to your lecturers and ask people for help. That helped me a lot because I did ask my lecturers for help. I did ask my friends who were getting certain concepts faster than I did for help, and vice versa. They asked me for help when I was getting things faster than they were. So don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. You have to put shame on the back burner when you're doing law because it have embarrassment all up and through law. Just be ready for that. The next question. But like I said, today I prioritize work-life balance. So I think, but I'm working for myself, so I can do that. But I think a lot of people who work for others, they will have a more challenging time doing that. The next question she had, I want to do law, but it scares me just thinking if I would even make it. That scared me too. I was also scared that I wouldn't make it. When I applied for law school, so many people in my life tried to talk me out of it, and they were like, oh, it's so hard, and I know this person who failed and didn't get through. I know this person who couldn't finish it, and you shouldn't waste your money, you shouldn't waste your time. I don't listen to other people, especially when they're trying to cry down my goals. No, no, no. In fact, that actually fuels me to do better. So I think anytime but I know how it feels to have that internal struggle about what if I don't make it. I felt the same way in law school, but I told myself, whatever it takes, I'm going to make it because I'm not going to be one of the people that these others going about saying, oh yeah, she didn't make it either. No, that's not going to be me. Also, in my own legal practice, when you become an attorney as a junior attorney, a young attorney just called to the bar, you are so scared. But I think once you start practicing and just remembering that law is a practice, even attorneys who have 25 years in the business don't know everything, and they still make mistakes, and they still learn new things because the law is ever changing. And once you realize that, you wouldn't feel so bad about yourself. Next question. What was your most challenging decision you had to make or do when you started? I'm going to speak from when I started my own legal practice, going solo. Now, when I started law school and even when I got called to the bar, it was never my intention to practice on my own. It was never my intention to practice per se in a courtroom. I always thought I would be in a legal department somewhere, even at a governmental job or a company, and that was actually like sounding good to me. But circumstances in life forced me into doing solo practice. The hardest decision was the decision to start and go out on my own and do it. I was scared. The same fears, what if I don't make it? What if I'm not good at it on my own? Because you're also on your own. Everything falls on you to run the business, to handle the cases, to research the research for the cases. And you're like, but what if when you have other people in an office, you could bounce ideas off of each other. You will find your people, you'll have your network of attorneys who you could bounce ideas off even though you practice on your own. You have other solo attorneys out there, and once you make friends with people and the people from law school, you keep in contact and you'll always have that network to bounce ideas off of and get advice and guidance. Now, like I said, that was the hardest decision, was just to start practicing on my own. That was difficult. But I think you have to have a level of bravery if you want to achieve your goals. You have to have that bravery and trust that you will make the right decisions. And even if you don't know what right decisions to make, that you will reach out to the right people to help you. I hope those were good answers and helped you clarify some of your questions and some of your fears. I know it's hard to tell people just be brave, but that's how you just get what you want. You have to be brave.